Hi everyone, thanks and welcome to what's a really important day for both the Melbourne Football Club and the Hawthorn Football Club, and obviously for BCNA as we prepare to launch our 2023 BCNA round, which will come up this weekend. This is such an incredible and important round for both our clubs. There won't be anyone who's standing here today or who's watching this on the television who won't have been impacted either directly or had someone close to them or a family friend or a friend have breast cancer and potentially lose their life to breast cancer. This round is so important to us. It's such a critical part of the community. This year we make our field of women once again. That will involve around 10,000 men and women standing out here in the middle of the MCG before the game and making the wonderful Pink Lady. If you haven't been here and stood in the middle of that Pink Lady crowd, it is something quite extraordinary to do. The emotion of people in that group who have lost loved ones, who are going through cancer themselves, or who, like me, have a mum who is a 20+ year survivor of breast cancer. It's just such a great emotional thing to be a part of. I think we're about 2,000 people short at the moment, so those who haven't signed up, get your pink poncho, get your blue ponchos out to recognise the men who also suffer from breast cancer, and come down here to the MCG and part of what will be an extraordinary day as we make yet another field of women. There are a number of really important people here that we want to acknowledge today. Of course, Kathryn Fagg, who is with us, who's the chair of BCNA, Kirsten Pilatti, who is the CEO, our friends from the Hawthorn Football Club, Carl Amon, Carl's there, and in particular Sophie Locke. Soph, just had a chat to Soph prior to coming up here. Soph's mum will have lost her life to breast cancer 1 year ago on Saturday. So Soph, I know that we all particularly feel for you and wish you all the best this weekend, Sophie. We have, of course, every year an ambassador who is chosen to represent the Pink Lady match for the BCNA. I couldn't be prouder this year to say that our ambassador is Jess Armstrong. Jess is currently going through treatment. She tells me she's fine. Jess is a very active mum, and most importantly, Jess is, of course, a Melbourne Football Club supporter, a Mighty D. So Jess in particular, we couldn't be happier that you are the BCNA ambassador for this year. Can I also thank, of course, as always, the fabulous MCC, Freddie Oldfield and Stuart Fox, who are here. They give us this pitch. As you can tell, it is a very, very prized and highly looked after piece of grass, this one, and to let us have 10,000 people out here before the game this weekend to make the field of women is something that we always, in particular, thank our friends at the MCC for. Wonderful day. We're looking forward to a great match. It's going to be a fabulous weekend. As I said, if you haven't already got your tickets, if you haven't got your ponchos ready to join the field of women, get down here. And I'd like to now just hand over to Kathryn Fagg, who's going to make a few comments.
Thanks, Kate. And just a reminder, I chair Breast Cancer Network Australia, BCNA, and we are deeply appreciative of the opportunity to have the Field on Women coming up this Sunday on what will be a very big sports day for Australia. Breast cancer affects so many people. It's actually 5 years since we were on the field together for the last Field of Women. In those 5 years, the number of people, both women and men, who've been diagnosed with breast cancer could fill this stadium. That's the number of people affected by breast cancer, and it has a very profound effect, of course, on them, their families, their loved ones and friends. As Kate said, being at the Field of Women, standing on the field, is a profound experience, and I hope you can join and share that experience with us as you look around and remember the people who've been affected and people we've lost, including in our own families, as a result of breast cancer. There are many people who are helping us put this event on today. I'd particularly like to acknowledge our major event partners, and that is Baker's Delight and Red Energy. Also our presenting partners, the Melbourne Football Club, the MCC and MCG, Herald Sun and Chemist Warehouse, and as well our event partners, Channel 7, Ticket Tech and MKTG. It's going to be a marvellous experience being here together. I do rather hope we have rather wonderful weather as well. And on that note, I'd like to introduce the CEO of BCNA, Kirsten Pilatti.
Thank you, Kathryn. It never ceases to amaze me the power of this hallowed turf, and when we get to stand on here, it is an absolute privilege. So to the MCC and the Melbourne Footy Club, thank you for your unbelievable and continued attention to this. 5 years since we stood on the MCG, we just have 2,000 more tickets to sell, so we would love everyone to get on board. And as Kate said, this really is a moment of reflection, of connection and community. And no words can describe that feeling that you have when you stand on the MCG next to so many incredible people who have been affected by breast cancer. So I just really want to thank all of our ambassadors who are with us today, and as Kathryn said, to our partners, Red Energy and Baker's Delight, thank you for your ongoing support. But I'm pretty excited that today I get to stand next to a true legend in Jess Armstrong. Jess, you're only 35, 2 children under 6, still in treatment. What made you put up your hand to be the ambassador for this year's Field of Women?
Yeah, I'm honoured to be the ambassador. As you said, I'm still going through treatment, so I'm still heavily leaning on my smaller support group of family and friends, but also the wider breast cancer community. And BCNA has got some amazing resources that has really helped me throughout my journey, from diagnosis through to what to ask at all these medical appointments, through to podcasts, and squashing some of those anxieties. You know, is it something that I've done, or why me? So it's been really nice to kind of be the ambassador for it, and in my way, like, giving back and connecting with this community that's really supporting me during this time.
So this is the first time you'll stand to bring the statistics of breast cancer to life. Who are you going to be standing here with?
Yeah, so my mum and my husband and my 2 kids will be watching from home, and some beautiful friends who are also these supporters as well, so can't wait.
And so I think one of the real messages that many people don't understand is that you don't have to have had breast cancer to stand in the field. 100%. Tell me what that's like to know that all of these people from all around Australia, in fact, there's many people flying in who will stand here to show support to you. What message does that send, do you think, to those people who've been affected?
Yeah, 100%. You don't have to have breast cancer, of course, to stand, but so many people are affected by breast cancer. A mum, a sister, 57 women get diagnosed a day in Australia, so it does touch every one of us. So just feeling that connection and community on the ground on Sunday, it'll be a really amazing feeling.
So we ask all of the community to get behind BCNA and stand with us on the MCG. I know we're going to be meeting with the players this week as well, who are all the Melbourne footy team, have been great supporters of us. And Jess, everyone is right behind you as you go through your final weeks of treatment.
Thank you. Feeling the love. Thanks so much.
And I'll welcome Kate.
Thanks everyone, and you can see you couldn't get a better ambassador, I don't think, than Jess, and as I said, Sophie, who has been through the worst of the worst as well. So thank you all. That's finishes off these particular proceedings. We're just going to have some photos taken now, and then of course there's some morning tea gathering, which I'm not sure exactly where that is, upstairs, but we will direct you there as well. So please, again, if you haven't got your tickets yet to the Field of Women, get them, because it's just such a critical day for breast cancer and BCNA. Thanks everyone for coming, and we'll see you on the weekend at the game.